Oh, look, the timer's there and we're on. I didn't realize that. Okay, let's take the timer off. Wow, okay. Aloha there. This is Darcy Frankel coming to you from my home office here on Kauai, Hanalei Day Spa, the Ayurveda Center, and Serious Cleanse. Some of you may know me and know that I am an experienced cleansing and rejuvenation specialist. I help people to find toxins, to cleanse them, to track their progress, and to prevent those toxins from getting in their body, because it's way easier to prevent toxins from getting in your body than it is to cleanse them out. All right, so today is day 3 of my breast cleanse. Did you know you can cleanse your breasts? Well, you can, and there are 4 steps to doing that, and I'll share those with you in a moment. But first, let's see. I wanted to tell you about my upcoming group breast cleanse. I offer periodic cleanses for groups. So let's see, I offer periodic virtual cleanses for groups. And all you have to do is procure your supplies in advance, and then I send them to you. And then we usually do 3 live Zoom meetings within 5 days for these virtual cleanses. This one is going to be focused, this upcoming one is going to be focused all on the breasts. Now, it is only for women. Sorry, guys. And there will be no nudity shown. So just in case anybody was curious about that, because that's a question that I get. And it's a valid question. All right, so let me tell you about in case you don't know, I'll give you a quick overview. I'll tell you about the 4 steps that I've been doing every day for today's day number 3. And then each day I focus on going deeper. So the 4 steps are brew and drink the Tulsi Cleanse tea. Step number 2 is to do the skin and lymphatic cleansing with the video tutorial that I provide. And then step number 3 is to apply the Serious Cleanse body mask to your skin and allow it to draw out toxins. So today I'm going to also talk about a couple of the ingredients in the Serious Cleanse body mask and how they're amazing binders. Step number 4 is to apply the healthy breast oil to your breasts, to apply the healthy breast oil to your breasts in a particular movements, in circular movements, and to allow that to be on your skin for about 10 minutes and then rinse it off. All right? So those are the 4 steps. You drink the cleanse tea, do the skin and lymphatic cleansing, apply the Serious Cleanse body mask to the areas that you're going to apply it, and rinse that off, and then put the healthy breast oil on and allow that to sit on for about 10 minutes as well. So now I want to share with you about my experience. So I have been putting this breast cleanse together. I had this idea to do the breast cleanse a handful of years ago, and I was just looking in my notes, and I'm talking about it, and it's something. It's something that I've recently released. So this is a new program. Not many people have done it yet. It's a brand new program. And I realized the reason I wanted to do it personally was because I've been spending so much time right here with you guys on the computer, exposing myself to EMFs. And also I tend to have a little bit of stagnant lymph right around this area, around my breast area. I tend to get a little fibrocystic changes in my breast, which just means, when I do massage over my breasts, they can sometimes feel a little congested. Well, so one of my experiences on day 3, and I literally spend about probably 5 or less minutes doing the massaging the breast oil in, because I know I have 5 whole days. I don't need to just, spend an hour on massaging my breast. That would actually hurt over, the time. So I notice my breasts are feeling really clear right now. And so that's an amazing, specific, measurable result. We always want results to track our progress, because what good is doing a cleanse if you don't know how you're doing? So there are many results that are, some of them are ineffable, but some of them are very tangible. So we love getting these tangible results. Now, who are the people who would want to do this cleanse? Women who have a family history of breast disease, anybody who tends to get stagnant lymphatic, lymph, anybody who's been exposed to toxins in their lives or know that they've been exposed to toxins. Now, this reminds me to recommend 2 resources to you. Number 1 is my quiz. So if you've never done my quiz, you want to check out my quiz to assess your own toxic burden. Oh my gosh, let me just take a look here and grab it up on the screen, and then I will provide the link for you to my quiz. This is called Assess Your Toxic Burden. I spent quite some time on this, creating this quiz. It is 10 questions. That's all. It's just 10 simple questions that you answer to figure out if you have been exposed to toxins. So let's see. Let's go ahead. Let me just put this link up here. It's kind of big, but yeah, kind of a big link. I'll also put it on the Facebook Serious Cleanse Facebook page. Here, I'll also put it in the comments. Oh, I can't put it in the comments. Let's see. Let's see if I can put this in the comments for you. I'll also put it on the that's not fun. I'll also put it in the comments. Oh, I can't put it in the comments. There we go. It's giving me this feedback loop. Okay. So let's stop that. So there, it's right in the comments for you, so you could check that out. And I will delete this out of here because that's kind of big. All right, so 2 resources for you to know, have you been exposed to toxins? One is check out my quiz. It's really important for you to discover if you have been exposed to toxins, and then which ones have you been exposed to, because toxins really, really affect us in so many ways, and sometimes we won't know for decades later. Sometimes in exposure we can feel the effects immediately, but most oftentimes it's later on. These toxins build up in our system, and they just can wreak havoc, as in the story of our beloved surfer here in Hawaii, Rel Sun. She used to literally play in the DDT spray. On Oahu, they would go down the streets and spray DDT. And as a child, she would play in this stream of pesticides. The companies didn't say anything. They didn't tell these kids the hazards. And, years later, she developed serious breast cancer. She battled with it for 15 years. Now, this is a woman who was extremely healthy. She surfed all day long, and she ate food from the ocean, and she would do these deep dives and hold her breath for minutes and minutes on end. She was incredibly healthy, but she had this intense exposure as a child, and she figured it out later on, but it was too late by then. So we want to prevent these toxins from getting in our bodies in the first place. I highly recommend you look in the comments and do my quiz. See what type of toxins you are exposed to. I also will be producing another video series soon. So this is a video series about my 5 days of the breast cleanse, but the next video series, one of the next video series I'm going to do is focusing on occupations. So some people, we've heard of folks who have worked with asbestos, with tradesmen who worked with asbestos and they developed cancer later on, or other people, other boxers who develop brain damage after years and years of getting hit in the head, right? Well, these are occupational hazards, basically. These are the exact results of being exposed to something in your career. And there's many, many examples that you don't even know are there. So I'm going to drill down into some of these. I'm doing research now. Another thing that's coming up soon is tomorrow I'm going to interview an amazing woman who had a complete health turnaround. She had an incurable disease. Doctors said they couldn't cure it. And she found the causative factors in her own words. She ate everything deep fried and hog-tied with lots of alcohol and chemicals. And she eliminated the causative factors and completely had a health turnaround. So we'll be doing that interview tomorrow, and I'll post that soon. Coming back to the serious cleanse, the breast cleanse. I just wanted to let you know about those things because those are resources for you, and it's very important to hear about these stories. All right, so today was my day 3 of my serious cleanse breast cleanse. Now each day 1 and day 2, by the way, are available here below. So you could check those out. I unpack a different aspect of the serious cleanse, breast cleanse, and talk about it, kind of do a little deeper dive. Talked about binders yesterday. What are binders? And on day 1, I really unpacked each ingredient. And I also mentioned how what are binders. Remember, and I'll just give you a little recap now. Binders are substances. I told you yesterday that I gave you an experience that I had where I got a headache from going to the orthodontist, and they put chemicals in my mouth for the retainer. Well, I used a binder, and it took the headache away in minutes. So binders work like this. They act like magnets that draw toxins to them, and I did tons of research, and I put all these amazing earth and sea ingredients, right? So many different clays, and like Fuller's earth, and different clays that are known binders, and different herbs, as well as sea ingredients. So there's some different seaweeds in there that are helpful to pull out literally radiation. Now, I can't make big bold claims on the internet. I can't say, oh, this cures such and such or does such and such, because I haven't really tested it. But these are ingredients that are known binders. So you can do the math. And as our dear friend, our local vet on the island, who's an amazing doctor, I will go to him if I had something wrong, if I could. He talks about how it's really important to look at our food and our lifestyle and to prevent these things. So, and that 99.9 of these things, if not all of these disorders and imbalances, are preventable, and we're able to heal them through diet and lifestyle. So let's see. So let's talk about the 4 steps, and if there's anything else, drinking that Tulsi cleanse tea, doing the skin and lymphatic cleansing. Oh yeah. So today, as I was doing my lymphatic cleansing, I was really focusing on this area and just doing a lot of really good lymph drainage. Now, if you've gotten my kit, you've received the video tutorial where I teach you very specific movements on how to access your lymphatic system. Listen, of all the tissues of our body, the lymphatic system is easily accessible. You can move it, literally, and I show you how. So if you haven't gotten your breast cleanse yet, go ahead and get your breast cleanse. If you're a man, you could get my serious cleanse protocol, which does not have the breast oil, the healthy breast oil in it. All right, I'm going to take a look and see if there's any questions or comments. There's a few people here live with me. Aloha, everybody. Thanks for joining. Put your questions. Let me take a look. Let's see. No comments yet on this platform. All right. So if you do have questions, ask them. You have my undivided attention. Ask me while we're doing this. Okay, so I want to go back and so let's see. So that was that's a few pieces about today. Talked about the 4 steps, talked a little bit about my experience where I actually felt like my breasts were clearer, and that's amazing. Isn't that great to have that experience? You know, the 4 goals of the Serious Cleanse are to learn about toxins. It's so profound. The more I think about it, the more I realize how absolutely profound and life-saving this information is. So the 4 goals of the Serious Cleanse, if I do say so myself, by the way, the 4 goals of the Serious Cleanse are to learn all about the different types of toxins, because there are many. We're exposed to toxins through the food we eat. Toxins are grown into and sprayed on our food. Growth hormones are added to our food. So the foods we eat, the air we breathe, and anything that touches our skin, including our showering water, our swimming water, our bathing water. So the 4 goals of the Serious Cleanse are to learn all about toxins. Number 2 is to cleanse them. I give you lots of different cleanses to work on your 4 organs of detoxification. If you've been following me, what are those? The liver, the kidneys, the skin, and the lymphatic system. Goal number 3 is to track your progress. And the 4th goal is to prevent toxins from getting in our body in the first place. So these are the 4 goals of the Serious Cleanse. And I thought so long and hard about this. Which one is the most important? You know, because sometimes I want to say, and most importantly, blah, blah, blah. No, because you can cleanse toxins, but if you put them back in, then you're just going to have to do it over again. You need to cleanse toxins. You need to learn about toxins. We need to be able to track our progress so we know how we're doing. And I have lots of barometers and ways to track your progress that I provide in the Serious Cleanse online courses and my cleansing kits. And then we need to prevent these toxins from getting in our body in the first place. As you can see, I'm so passionate about Serious Cleanse. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. I have watched people die because they were poisoned. And the more we learn about these toxins, we can eliminate these causative factors, which eliminating the causative factors, eliminating the causes of these serious debilitating diseases. So yes, I feel super passionate about this, and I'm going to keep talking about it. All right. Who's done any of my cleanses? Go ahead and write in the comments. Let me know who's here so I can see you. Say hi, my viewers. I see there's a handful of viewers here right now. And so welcome. I've talked a lot about Serious Cleanse today. I'm going to wrap up. So if you have any questions or comments or want to share something with me, please do. And if not, you want to check out my quiz below. And keep a lookout for the interview where I interviewed this amazing miracle woman who cured her incurable disease. And also the next video, the first part in the video series where I will talk about different careers and how we accidentally expose ourselves to different toxins, such as boxers who get head injuries, the football players who get injuries. They're not all like that. There were the, workers who get asbestos poisoning. My husband is installs carpet for a living, and he was exposed to these really intense chemicals through breathing and through touching them. So be alert for those. I also did a really great video recently that's gaining so much traction. It's called Is Your Deodorant Toxic? So find out about that. So many great resources. Check out my YouTube channel, like Serious Cleanse. Thank you for your support and sharing this information. I can't do it alone. I'm just one little person here on a little teeny dot in the Pacific Ocean. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time. I do sometimes offer consultations, and then there's my online courses as well as the cleansing kits. See you tomorrow with my update. Thank you and aloha.